Okay, for this question you see that there's 2 to the x but 4 to the x. So you have a mixed base. If possible, try to use a single base. So you have, you can rewrite 4 to the x as 2 to the x squared, right? And now you have 2 to the x squared and 2 to the x. That's better. Now 2 to the x can be written as u. We're going to introduce a new variable as 2 to the x. The reason for that is, if you look at this, this is 2 to the x squared, that's 2 to the x. So this is like a quadratic equation for 2 to the x. To see that a lot easier, you can introduce this new variable, u equals 2 to the x, so that 4 to the x is u squared. So I'm going to replace that by u squared. I can replace 2 to the x by u, and plus 12 equal to 0. And what you see a quadratic equation in terms of u, which is a lot easier to solve. You can solve this. I mean, if you can solve x squared minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0, then you can solve this. The same thing. One is written in u, one is written in x, right? How do you solve this? You factor this as what? X minus 3, x minus 4, right? Same thing. How would you solve this? You factor it. Right? Factor it as u minus 3, u minus 4 equal to 0, right? So you have u equals to 3 and u equals to 4. But then u is something we introduced in order to solve the question. The question is about finding the value of x. So although u equals to 3 seems to say something, that doesn't really say much. We really need the x. So you go back and say 2 to the x is u, and because 2 to the x is equal to 3, we have 2 to the x equal to 3. What does this mean? How do we get the value of x? We apply log 2. I mean, what cancels exponential functions? Log cancels it, right? So log 2 cancels this. You get x equals to log 2 of 3. Another possibility is u equals to 4. So we have 2 to the x equals to 4. Now take log base 2. They cancel and you get x equals to log base 2 of 4, but 4 is 2 squared, right? What's log 2 of 2 squared? 2. So the answer for this is answer is x equals to log 2 of 3 or 2. That's the answer.